Truck update as of 7 a.m. PST, October 4th. Truck will start active as 50 knot winds is at 14.4 north, 123.5 west. Um, it's moving west northwest at 8 miles per hour. It's expecting to turn northward today, then eastward by tomorrow, and continue to do so for around 99 L, which is going to form the next couple of days as a tropical cyclone. Here's the models. Very interesting. And here's the data, which models do suggest it could strengthen to around 55 knots before it weakens, and depression by after 72 hours, most likely. So this is what we got. This, I mean, pretty good. Pretty decent looking system right now. Well, here's 99L, which is the other system. This one's gonna move northwestward, stay off the coast of Mexico. Um, at 15 north, 105.7 west, 3 knot winds. And it's expected to stay off Mexico, half the Baja. But most likely, I mean, GFS takes it to the 970s in the next 5 days. So it's pretty likely this is going to be a hurricane based on the models. Uh, Probably 75, 80 knots, most likely 60 to 96 hours. We got a few other systems in this basin to watch long term. One's going to form off Mexico in about 5 days at 50%. It's going to pretty much the middle of next week. And talking about it could form during the middle to late part of the next week while moving west northwest to northwestward. Um, and possibly energy down here. We'll have to see. Uh, Look at the GFS. Here's at 48 hours for both our systems. There's 72 hours. 979 millibars. Here is 120 hours. It has now formed 996 millibars. Um, Based on the GFS. The CMC shows much weaker. They're Mexico with them too. Icon shows a hurricane. 989. We got a low pressure north of Cuba there. Interesting. Let's see what the GFS says. It doesn't. ECMWF has it much closer to the Mexican coast. 144 hours as it is offshore Mexico. Its GFS on 44 has 994, 168, 992, 198, 985. So I think there's a decent chance this forms into our next East Pacific cyclone. And look at that in the Bay of Campeche. Wow, we got a little bit of a system. Um, CMC, of course, doesn't show it. ECMWF only goes out to 144 hours. Now we're going to go into the link, which we got a potential system forming off Florida, but the ANC has zeroed out 2 to 7 days. We got a little bit of a low pressure in another system go off, but it's zero for 2 to 7 days. And of course, our system off Africa near the Cape Verdes has 50% at 7 days, which is the most promising system for the Atlantic. Um, Here's the system in the North Mexico, Gulf of Mexico, and Louisiana. It's actually looking pretty good. Looks like it has an LC. But the ANC does not develop it. I don't think conditions are going to be favorable for it. And they have zeroed out this system. But I think both of them are worth watching. But the main show and tell is this. It's going to be westward towards the islands. And probably recurve. Um, Most likely. But yeah. Yeah, they don't expect it from a strong upper level and but they expect the Florida one to cause heavy rainfall. It could cause flash floods, but they don't expect it to form either. Now we're gonna look at the enablers. As you can see, the ECMWF definitely forms a central link system. Then we curved it. Then the GEFS also forms it. A few stick with the Florida system, but not really. But look at that. That you remember that like the very computer system. GEFS actually shows some signs of something trying to develop in 8-9 day period down there. I mean, this system is almost certainly it said the western. I mean, the eastern link system is almost certainly going to recurve. So we gotta watch something closer to land. So it's just the way it is. I'd also watch the Florida system, and even no matter how bad the conditions are, the one south of Louisiana, it's worth watching. I mean, because you're almost certainly not gonna get a system hit the United States out of the MDR with the way the setup is. That's just the way it is. I mean, there is 120 hours. GFS has a hurricane, 975 millibars. I mean, that's fucking something else. Look at that. This is GFS. And it pretty much take you toward the island, then we turned it just north of it. 132, 141, 144, 156. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna go right into this rough. Um, yeah. Uh, we'll look at a few other models, I guess. Let's look at the ECMWF. It's much weaker, 1,003. CMC 999. Let's go to 144. 993. 168. 981. Recurring. GFS 954. Possibly a major hurricane. 186. 947 absolutely explodes. Starting to form that system in the Bay Campeche. Other 210 and 948. Our system sitting around the Bay Campeche. CMC. Come on. Doesn't form the Bay Campeche system, but definitely recurves the central link system, which is what this season does. Well, that's your tropical update.